Welcome to eXtremeRate channel. In this video, we will introduce the redesigned Luna shell for the PS5 controller of BDM040. Let's redesign your controller with eXtremeRate Luna shell modification kit and redefine the aesthetics of your controller. Now check if you get all the components for the kit, and let's get started. First, get the bumpers and front trim off the controller. Use the spudger to pry both bumpers and remove them. And stick the flat end of the spudger at the bottom of the trim cover and pry along the gap to detach the clips. Remove the cover from the controller. And remove the screws at both bumpers and the bottom of the grips. Then loosen some clips on the grip and release the tabs locking the front and rear case. Pry along the edge between the front and rear case and detach the rear case. Unplug the cable and disconnect the battery. Remove the back microphone from the bracket. And remove these 3 silver screws. Remove the battery tray. And disconnect the touchpad cable and microphone cable on the motherboard. Detach the whole piece of the motherboard assembly off the front plate. Remove the touchpad module and detach the touchpad circuit board off the plate. First, unscrew the bracket. Pry it up to one clip and remove the bracket. And be careful not to rip the cable here. Remove the touchpad cable. And soften the touchpad glue using a heat gun or hairdryer. Then insert the flat end of the spudger into the edge and use force to gently pry the touchpad off the plate. Then transit the touchpad board to the new plate. Sit the board in between the prongs and flush with the bottom edge. Connect one end of the cable to the touchpad board. Assemble the touchpad lighting plastic onto the black bracket in the kit. Align the shape of the hole and sit the lighting plastic in. Align the shape of the hole and sit the lighting plastic in. Remove the original touchpad frame and sit the bracket on the frame. Guide the cable through the gap in the bracket and put both parts together. Lock the screws to secure the touchpad assembly. Lock the screws to secure the touchpad assembly. Then remove the rest components left on the original controller plate. Now assemble those components on the Luna shell. Install the accent rings. Install the touchpad assembly. Install the base cushion pad of the ABXY buttons and fit them snugly in place. Then install the ABXY buttons, D-pad button, home button, and install the button pads. Use the one in the kit to swap the protective case of the front microphone. And install the microphone to the slot. Remove the stock thumbstick caps and install the ones in the kits. Tape the motherboard if necessary in case we rip the cables during the process. Then remove the trigger buttons. Prepare tools like a SIM ejector or other pin and stick it into the tiny hole beside the spring. Push against the metal rod to get the end of the rod stick out. And remove the metal rod. Then remove the right trigger button and install the one in the kit. Insert the metal rod down into the hole to lock the trigger button. Now repeat the process on the left side and remove the left trigger button. Replace the original trigger button and install the one in the kit. Insert the metal rod down into the hole to lock the trigger button. Then put together the middle assembly and the front plate. Then put together the middle assembly and the front plate. Align and fit both parts snugly. Reconnect the touchpad cable and microphone cable. Install the battery bracket. And lock the screws on the bracket and both sides of the grips. Place the back microphone on the bracket. Connect the battery cable and lay the battery on the tray. Stick a piece of cushion sticker on the rear case. Line up with the grid and stick it on. And install the back housing to the controller. Carefully line up the clips and snap it down to fit both parts perfectly together. Then lock the screws at the bumpers and the bottom of the grips. Install both bumpers on the controller. And the last, Install the decor plates at the bottom of the grips to finish the installation process. Now a fancy DualSense controller with eXtremeRate Luna design is completed. Thank you for watching the video. Happy customizing with eXtremeRate.